Why all? Another one bites the dust because it looks like Kevin Hart is exposing Diddy for allegedly assaulting him. Why all? This long list of Diddy's alleged victims is growing, and according to Kevin Hart, he is allegedly one of those victims. He's now speaking out, accusing Diddy. So why all know how an old video recently resurfaced that showed Kevin having the time of his life at what is believed to be Diddy's freak-off party? Well, it looks like Kevin is claiming that everybody has it backward, and that he was at the party against his will. What's more, allegedly, Diddy forced him on multiple occasions, and he has the footage to prove his claims. If that's not bad enough, there's also a list of names of some other celebs that Diddy allegedly assaulted. It looks like we are going to be here for a very, very long time, because they're saying Kevin is determined to ruin Diddy, and he's not here to play. Why all? It looks like everybody and their mama is running far, far, far away from Diddy and avoiding him, and that's not a joke. We have seen people distancing themselves from Diddy ever since this whole thing started, right from the time that Cassie filed her lawsuit against Diddy and exposed him. I'm talking about some of the most popular people in the world, like Jay-Z and Beyoncé, the Kardashian-Jenner clan, and a whole lot of other people. Now it looks like Kevin is the next person to join the long list of people who are exposing Diddy. But why all? We should have seen this coming because it has only been a couple of days since Kevin was exposed for being at Diddy's parties, hosting the parties. And there were even some rumors about him allegedly being involved in some of Diddy's freak-offs, and maybe even having a little something on the side with Diddy, allegedly. It goes without saying that Kevin wouldn't want to be involved with this type of stuff, especially since Diddy is facing RICO charges. And everyone who has ever been involved with him is going to get exposed because the feds are putting a microscope on anyone and everyone who is believed to be involved in his shady activities. Going by the rumors of what YL's favorite celebs have been rumored to be up to, let's just say that nobody wants that kind of attention on them, especially not with the feds. Now, for some context, there's this old video that just resurfaced and started making its rounds from one of Diddy's legendary parties. Let me tell why all. It's definitely wild. You know how it is with Diddy's parties allegedly, they're off the charts crazy. So, when you hear somebody's in the mix at one of those bashes, you just know it's going to be some juicy tea. It turns out Kevin wasn't just showing up as a guest at these parties. No, this latest footage tells another story. That he was actually in on all the planning and hosting with Diddy.
Kevin, come in, no homo. We're going to have a contest. You know we're going to have a contest, we're going to get our breath first, because your breath be stinking sometime. And we're going to go back and forth. Uh-oh.
First of all, make sure my mic is on. Before I even get into trashing Diddy, I'm going to acknowledge him on a special day. I bought the light-skinned dude with the good hair. That's just...
It's one of them.
Shouts out to Lil Diddy 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Diddy's sons who look nothing like him. It's still in question. We don't really know what's going on. Oh, come on, man. Come on, dude.
The wild part about this is that Diddy's son Justin was at the parties. Justin looked like a total baby in the video, barely old enough to even vote, let alone be at a party of Diddy's level. But somehow, Diddy thought it was okay to have him around. No wonder Justin's mixed up in that little lawsuit, accused of being his dad's little talent scout. Allegedly, Diddy really had him knee-deep in some shady stuff even way back then. Now, this particular party was next-level wild. I mean, women everywhere lounging in the tub, throwing back drinks like there's no tomorrow, doing God knows what with God knows who.
Yo, turn it up, this is my joint. Check. I gotta, all right. Hey, what's going on? It's official. We're here. Dirty Money album release party, last train to Paris. It's crazy. I decided to switch scenes. It got too hectic down there. I'm up here in the hot tub doing it official. You know what I'm saying? My nigga Trey's up here. My nigga Fab's up here. When you have a scene like this, you got to bring bosses with you. As you see, it's female friendly. We got a ladies and a female. She's butt ball. That's what I call it, raw dog. I might jump in the tub myself. Once everybody moves out, it's just me and the lady. This is my scene. I'm used to this type of thing.
But hold up, that's not even the most sketchy part. You know how it goes with Diddy's parties, right? Things can turn real quick. So Kevin and his crew rolled up into the bedroom with the camera. Then suddenly Diddy's laying down rules like it's a game of Monopoly. He's like, don't get too close to the bed. Bro throwing out no homo, and joking like it's supposed to be funny. But here's the kicker, he and Kevin were buddy-buddy earlier, so why is he acting like that now? Yeah, it was suspicious.
We want to thank you. Come here. Don't sit on the bed at night. No homo. No, just don't get close to the bed. Don't get close. But it's just like, yo, we want to thank you for hosting the thing, man. It's been a pleasure. You didn't have to do it, and you did it.
No, I definitely didn't have to do it. I definitely didn't have to. First and foremost, I'm not getting in the bed. Shout out to him and what he did. I'm just gonna, if we can, let's just put the camera a little this way, just so we're not. I don't want my shot to even.
What was low-key creepy was that there has been a long-standing rumor swirling around Diddy, especially concerning his sexuality. So, that no homo joke didn't exactly deflect attention like he probably hoped. People have been shining a light on him for ages, pointing out behaviors that they see as, well, let's just say, not exactly straight. It's not about whether he's in the closet or not, that's his business. But when there are allegations of him taking advantage of younger people he's supposed to be looking out for, that's a whole different story. Word on the streets is that a bunch of folks in the industry were clued into what supposedly was going down with Diddy and these younger boys. But they kept quiet. Why? Because Diddy was like playing with fire in the music industry. You know who wasn't afraid to speak up? Mr. In Da Club himself, 50 Cent. That guy doesn't mince his words when it comes to calling out BS, and Diddy wasn't exempt from his scrutiny. When it comes to 50 Cent and Diddy, these two have had beef since way back in the day, and it doesn't seem like they're going to squash it anytime soon. 50 is like the king of throwing shade, and Diddy's always in the firing line. It all started with some sly digs from 50, hinting at Diddy's rumored status. Remember when he dropped that bomb about Diddy wanting to take him shopping?
He said something to me one time, a long time ago. At Chris Lighty's wedding, he told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Oh, that's a nice gesture.
Let me get out of no, dude, you take me. That's what a guy says to him.
I asked 50 about that, and he said you did the same thing to him. You asked him to take him shopping.
Yeah, I thought he needed some clothes.
What? I'm a nice guy.
Yo, why are you and Fif just...
Hey, yo.
Why y'all got...
Hey, yo, I don't have no beef with
I don't know why.
With Fif. He loves me.
But of course, Diddy had his own spin on things. In an interview, he flipped the script, saying he offered to take 50 on a shopping spree because he thought the guy needed a style upgrade. Talk about throwing shade right back. These two could give a masterclass in the art of beef. One thing that Diddy probably didn't know about 50 Cent at the time was that 50 is an unrepentant troll, and he continued to drag Diddy over the years. Like the one time he posted a pic of Diddy and Rick Ross looking like they were locking lips with the caption "Something ain't right," which is a classic 50 Cent move. Why all? Even when 50 was in his sickbed, he couldn't resist throwing shots at Diddy. One time he posted a picture of himself in the hospital bed and wrote, "I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are now left under the leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow." There's also the time he went on The Breakfast Club and said that Diddy was fruity. He says things he doesn't even know what he's saying, like fruity. 50 also tried to call attention to Diddy's parties because he accused Diddy of allegedly assaulting young men at the party. He wrote, "This is why I don't go to no party puffin' them at the F going on here. Get the F off my young man." 50 Cent is not the only one who called Diddy out for doing things with younger men. Actor Orlando Brown also claimed that Diddy gave him some nasty mouth action. But it's not just Orlando who folks believe might have some stories about Diddy. Right up there on the list is Usher, who's thought to be one of Diddy's earliest alleged victims. Like, we all thought things got sketchy when Usher was around 14 and living with Diddy, but according to Diddy himself, they were sleeping in the same bed together from when Usher was just 10. Talk about raising some serious eyebrows.
Usher look like he fresh off a goddamn plane. Usher
Fresh off the garden stage. That's my brother right here from day one. We used to wake up and, pause, but like, check this out. Back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the Frosted Flakes because he used to always get up early. And now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And
what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's going to acknowledge this with me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the Frosted Flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid. Listen, that was fucking stupid. Listen,
we having a good time, yo. Oh, your usher made it in the... Hey, yo.
Even Kevin couldn't ignore how suspicious Diddy's confession was. You could practically see the alarm bells going off in his head, and Diddy, realizing he let something slip, did a quick move, grabbing Kevin's neck to shut it down. He knew he was starting to spill too much on himself. But wait, there's more. Diddy's foot-in-mouth moments didn't stop there. In another clip, he dropped this bomb about allegedly bending Usher over a counter. I mean, what? That's seriously disturbing. But interestingly, Kevin Hart was also at the party where Diddy said this. So why does Diddy feel comfortable confessing to these weird things whenever Kevin's around? Kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? There's also this blind item that said that Diddy allegedly gave Usher herpes, and that Kim Porter was going to talk about it in her book before she passed away.
So what was in Kim's book? You want to hear it? Here it go. Now, I cannot confirm or deny what's in this book, but ain't nobody fit Natasha K. Me. So in this book, it detailed his relationships with men, footage of those encounters. It had the names of the men he slept with, a disease. Allegedly, Diddy giving Usher a disease.
But he also alleged in this lawsuit that, Diddy, he got a whole lot of hidden cameras around his house. And he feels like Diddy is using all that footage for blackmail.
Probably so. I could believe that. I could believe that. I believe it's a lot of rappers, a lot of music people, a lot of executives that could not say no. Cat Williams say, you just got to say no to Diddy. And it's a lot of people that couldn't say no. And they probably on tape because they couldn't say no.
So you think it's possible that Diddy, he got footage of rappers in the stash, just in case he got to use it for blackmail?
It's a possibility. It's not far-fetched. If he was taping Cassie and he was having Cassie taped and everything like that, why wouldn't he do nobody else? She's the only...
He was going through all that, but he also alleged in this lawsuit that, Diddy, he got a whole lot of hidden cameras around his house, and he feels like Diddy is using all that footage for blackmail.
Probably so. I could believe that. I could believe that. I believe it's a lot of rappers, a lot of music people, a lot of executives that could not say no. Cat Williams say, you just got to say no to Diddy. And it's a lot of people that couldn't say no. And they probably on tape because they couldn't say no.
So you think it's possible that Diddy, he got footage of rappers in the stash, just in case he got to use it for blackmail?
It's a possibility. It's not far-fetched. If he was taping Cassie and he was having Cassie taped and everything like that, why wouldn't he do nobody else? She's the only one? I doubt it.
Right. I mean, good point, man. But did you hear about that story from the actor Columbus Short? He told a story about how Diddy, he invited him to his house late at night.
I believe him. I believe the Columbus Short. Yo, bruh, why would that man come out? He got a whole wife or whatever, come out and say that Diddy did something that... Listen here, bro. It's a term in the legal field that you could indict a ham sandwich. But the Southern District of New York has a 98.2 conviction rate. All right, for those who don't know, if you got 100 people, only 1.28 or something like that, 98 point, you have 1.8, only 1.8 has won against them. So now, what they do, they already got the witnesses, they already got the people, because let me just say something. With the sex trafficking thing, it only takes one witness to convince the jury. One witness. And we know who that witness is going to be. Cassie.
She filed a civil suit against him. So it only takes one, in the sex trafficking charge, it only takes one witness. Now we got other people like Jonathan Odie, who was one of the sex workers, that he gave a testimony, or well, he gave some information to some agents that he was working, doing sexual acts with Cassie, cross states, going back and forth, this, that, and the third. So it only takes one witness. So now, the reason they haven't went after for him, because there's more to get into. It's more to get into. It's not only the sex trafficking, it's the guns, the alleged drugs. And I'm saying alleged because they haven't came out with any formal charges yet. But when they come out with some charges, bruh, and you hit it, the Southern District of New York do not play, and people don't play with them. So I don't understand why this stuff ever even got to this point, but it is what it is. It is what it is, bro. The reason they haven't came down and got him yet, they going through his taxes. You hear what he said? They had all the people that he did business with. That they're going to go through everything that he did with a fine-tooth comb. And when they set that and they get what they call discovery to his lawyers, he either say, I'm going to take the time, because if he go to court with it, 9 times out of 10, he going to spend the rest of his life behind bars.
I'm at a place in my life where I feel like I have a target on my back. And because of that, I should make smart decisions. And recently, I didn't. I'm not perfect. I'm not going to sit up here and say that I am or claim to be in any way, shape, or form. And I made a bad error in judgment and put myself in an environment where only bad things can happen, and they did. And in doing that, I know that I'm going to hurt the people closest to me, who I've talked to and apologized to, being my wife and my kids. And I just, it's a shitty moment. It's a shitty moment when you know you're wrong, and there's no excuses for your wrong behavior. At the end of the day, man, I just simply got to do better. But I'm not going to also allow a person to have financial gain off of my mistakes. And in this particular situation, that's what was attempted. I said I'd rather fess up to my mistakes.
So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties. You just haven't seemed to show up.
No, well, is it on the East Coast?
Yes.
Well, that's why. Why don't you have one here on the West Coast? Because I work all the time.
Okay, well, maybe I have one at your house.
Where's that? Now, what time would your party start, let's say?
Like 9:30.
Really? That early?
Yeah.
I could make that.
Yeah.
But I could think of you of starting a party at like midnight. Like, what time will it go till?
That's a different type of party, though.
Uh-huh.
It'll go from like 9:30 to like maybe 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And then, we have the top 2 floors of the hotel.
Mm-hmm. And then it will carry on there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then No, I mean the after party.
Mm-hmm. No, I know about them. I'll listen to the music. I've heard that song, After Party. But that was at the Holiday Inn.
I'm so addicted to making love to you. You can't tell, you gotta be in that frequency. I'm scared.
So, I'm wishing everybody a Bel Air Thanksgiving. Be grateful, be thankful. Whatever the situation is, we here. It could be worse. It's the boss, Rick Ross. I'm challenging DJ Khaled right now to a Bel Air battle. Lux, Rose, what's your favorite?
Seen the movies. It's one swift movement.
You got it. Get on up on that, man. Bounce it up, nigga. Ross fitted.
You've been working out for this. Oh, there it is. Whoa. You don't need that, man. Young Chapo. Okay. We moving. Okay. We moving. Okay. Young Chapo. Pull back and say, whoa. Whoa.
She's the woman at the center of the Kevin Hart extortion scandal.
I'm not an extortionist. I'm not a stripper.
27-year-old Montia Sabag is speaking out today and defending her name.
I was involved with Kevin Hart a month ago. Since then, my pictures and my name have been released with lies written about me.
She and Hart were secretly videotaped getting intimate in a room at the Cosmopolitan Hotel in Las Vegas. The popular comedian and actor claims someone tried to extort a reported $10 million by threatening to release the tape. But Sabag says she knew nothing about the plot.
I had nothing to do with these recordings. I'm truly sorry for any involvement that I had in this.
Sabag is an aspiring singer and actress. Here she is dancing in a video she posted on Instagram. She says she and Hart got together in Las Vegas a month ago. Her attorney, Lisa Bloom.
Montia had a relationship over a period of days about a month ago with Kevin Hart in Las Vegas.
This new revelation could cause even more problems for Hart. It turns out his wife Aniko's 33rd birthday was a month ago, August 18th. The weekend he was partying with Sabag, Hart posted this sexy photo of his wife on Instagram with the message, "Happy B-Day to my fine wife. Sheesh, how'd I get so lucky? I love you to death." Hart and his wife seem to be trying to work things out. They were spotted having lunch together in Los Angeles on Wednesday.
Kevin, are you guys going to work it out together?
Appreciate you guys.
What'd you have for lunch, Kevin?
Over the weekend, Hart publicly apologized to his family for his indiscretions in Vegas.
I know that I'm going to hurt the people closest to me, who I've talked to and apologized to.
According to People magazine, his wife, who is 7 months pregnant, is standing by him. Quote, "There is absolutely no divorce talk." Lawyer Lisa Bloom is suggesting Kevin Hart team up to go after the blackmailers.
He's the victim of a crime. She's the victim of a crime. We're going to law enforcement to catch the criminal who did this.